Daddy Rabbit. I know it's been several months since I've posted anything, but I was wanting to talk on this subject. A few of you know that I am a security professional of type. I can't really talk about my job, I'll get in trouble. But I can talk about this. I was in a facility a few days ago, and it's about 2 miles. I mean, this place is huge. And the security, now the security they got in place, they're doing exactly what they're paid to do. Okay. I'm not going to say anything bad about the company, bunch of good guys, but everybody's talking about sleeper cells and all that and whatever. But this is a fact. Americans or people in general are lazy and they're cheap. If a sleeper cell was to go in this facility that I was in and was to detonate some kind of explosive device, there would be a gigantic hole in the ground. I mean, a gigantic hole. And I look around and I listen, I'm just like you. I watch stuff on YouTube and whatever platforms, and they talk about all these sleeper cells. I don't necessarily believe they're sleeper cells. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But I will tell you this. So, in the world of security, on average, there's all types of security, but I'm not getting into that. That's a whole nother video. You have unarmed and you have armed. Now, a lot of companies will get a break on their insurance if they have security, but most people will hire unarmed. And unarmed means, well, there's two types of unarmed. There's unarmed, you have nothing, and unarmed, you have a taser, flashlight, chemical spray, and handcuffs. And then there's armed, and they have all of that plus a firearm. Well, I've heard a lot of security guys joke, and this is the truth. If they're unarmed, anything happens at all, they're not going to help anybody. And I don't blame them because at that point, that's certain death. And everybody knows the guy in the uniform, he's the first guy to get shot anyway. But people are so cheap that if something was to happen here, there's going to be all kinds of companies. Don't worry about state facilities. You don't have to worry about a lot of the crazy stuff. But there's a lot of businesses around that people are not aware of the chemicals that are being used, that are being stored, manufactured, and you put an explosive device in there. Holy crap. You're going to talk about a huge explosion. And then all kinds of people are going to be injured and killed and maimed. And if you are in a facility like that, you should really be concerned. And what scares me, you see all these guys get on TV and they talk about how they care about their employees, they care about the environment, they care about their community, and they don't care. They put in the least amount of security that they can, and then when something happens, I don't know who they'll blame it on, but it's kind of like if there was a dam leaking and you go put a band-aid on it. That ain't gonna work. And so when I go into these places, I look around and I can't tell what I do. I'll get fired. But you look around, you see all this security, and that's a joke. It's an absolute joke. And don't get me wrong, you can have on body armor and MP5, or anyway, you can be armed to the teeth, and nothing happened, and that's great. But companies don't want to pay that higher end price for their employees and their community and all this BS that they talk about. Be aware of what's around you. Uh, There's a chemical plant inside the city of Knoxville, Tennessee, and I'm not going to use their name or whatever because they produce a lot of crazy stuff. If anything was to happen there, a big chunk of Knoxville would disappear. And so, wherever you live, be aware. Well, I don't know what that place does. Well, look it up and find out what they do. If they're producing chemicals, if they, ammonia nitrate or whatever, and somebody detonates something in there, I don't care how fast the fire department responds. I don't care how fast the police respond. That's going to leave a big old hole somewhere. So be aware of what's around you. Be aware of factories around you. Be aware of warehouses and what they store. And and really pay attention. Because if not, if something, even an accident was to happen, you could be dead fairly quickly. Uh, or worse, crippled up or whatever. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here and kind of do a PSA because you know I'm like this, and people talk about it scares them or whatever. I would much rather be scared that all the security people are strapped up than a bunch of guys walking around with nothing and something happen and I get injured or killed. So I just wanted to put up this PSA, give you something to think about. I'm doing good. Let's see. I just got over a sinus infection. I've never had one before, never want one again. But life is okay. And I keep, I say to myself, I'm going to come back at some point, and I may, but not in the future. I literally, I'm either at work on a 12-hour shift or I'm home in bed asleep. And that's all I've done for the last year. And I've enjoyed it. You know, I've got a unique set of skills, and I use them. And I enjoy it for the most part. Well, anyway, I just wanted to give you this PSA and something to think about. Remember, I do love y'all, and some of you I still talk to on a regular basis, and some of you I do not, and some of you that's your fault. It's not mine. Some of you I can't even find anymore. So I don't know if you all are alive or passed on or whatever. Maybe you got a boyfriend or a husband. You don't want to make them jealous, but uh, that's all I got for you. So anyway, hang in there. Keep prepping. Keep praying. And at some point, we'll talk together again. I love y'all. More videos coming soon. God willing and the creek don't rise. That is my 2 cents. Please remember your glass is always half full, never half empty. I'm out of here. Love y'all. Bye. If I can remember how to get out of it.